Inspector Dev slept on his bed writhing in uneasiness, then suddenly his eyes opened. When he looked around, his house was completely engulfed in flames.
Mira! Mira! Where are you? Mira, the room is on fire! Mira!
Dev was calling out to Mira in his voice, and the next moment the bed rattled. The fire became more destructive. That's when a woman came screaming in front of Dev. She was Dev's wife Mira, who herself was scorching in flames.
You have killed me, Dev! Now I will not even leave you alive!
Having said this, she herself went on top of Dev. And the very next moment, Dev too got up from the bed and sat up. It was just a dream. After seeing the same dream every night, he used to stay awake all night and go to the police station in the morning. One such day, Dev got a call that he had to go to some place where a half-burnt body has been found. When Dev reached that place to investigate, he started having a strange feeling of suffocation. He was sitting near the dead body and was still looking at its face when suddenly that forged corpse caught hold of Dev's collar and said while screaming,
"I am still alive. I will not leave you."
Dev got furious on hearing this and pushed the dead body, went back in fear. He also said while narrating to everyone,
This is Vishnu! From whom?
Who Vishnu, sir? It was someone you knew.
When the sergeant asked Dev, he did not say anything. And when he looked back at the dead body, it was lying as it was, which clearly meant that whatever had happened to Dev just now was just an illusion of his mind. He went back to the police station without saying anything to anyone. But in the next 10 days, there were 3 more murders in the city. Those who were burnt after killing. And the responsibility of solving all these cases was given to Dev. But the surprising thing was this: that Dev does not go to any crime scene. Because whenever he saw a half-burnt corpse, he could see only one face in it, who tries to kill him, and every time he screams in fear and takes just one name: Vishnu. Seeing this behavior of Dev, now the entire police department started doubting him. Talks had started in the department to remove him from this case, and day by day this case was becoming high profile, which meant that whoever solves this case, his promotion is sure. But Dev also did not want to let this case go easily. That's why he was sitting in the station reading the case files carefully. Then he saw a file among those files, who was a man named Vishnu. Dev could not stop himself from reading that file. He opened the file and had just read the first page when the lights of the police station started flickering, and somewhere in the distance he started seeing a black shadow. The smoke and smell of burning was emanating from his body.
Who's in the corner? Are you a sergeant?
While saying this, when Dev carefully saw the face of that person standing in the corner, he was shocked. It was half burned, and his charred flesh and bones were clearly visible from his chest. And once again Dev said fearfully,
Vishnu, you?
That shadow was not of anyone else, but of Vishnu. Recognizing him, Dev starts trembling due to fear, but before that Dev would say something, Vishnu's shadow appeared in front of Dev in the blink of an eye and caught Dev by the neck and threw him in a corner of the wall.
Vishnu, you? But you were dead, weren't you?
Dev was saying to Vishnu while suffering in pain, but Vishnu did not listen to him, and jumped on Dev and started eating the flesh from his chest.
Vishnu! Forgive me! What I did to you was very wrong. I am ready to rectify my mistake. Please! Please! Vishnu!
Hearing this, the shadow of Vishnu stopped for a moment.
What will you do now by accepting what you have done? Can your words make me alive now? Can you remove the stamp of an orphan from my son's head?
Dev became silent after listening to Vishnu. Seeing Dev silent, Vishnu grabbed him by the neck and threw him on his own table. And keeping a paper and pen in front of him said,
Write. The brutality you did to me. Write all that. So that my son is not called the son of a rapist.
in front of Dev by blowing them in the air. And all the guns were pointed at Dev. Dev had also understood what he had to do now. So with a heavy heart, he started writing his statement. I am Inspector Dev, and today I am confessing a crime of mine, which is a burden on my mind, due to which I am suffocating every moment. Actually, I was married for 3 years, but soon there was a rift between us. Both of us started getting upset with each other. That's why I used to stay in the station all night. But I didn't want to end this relationship, so after many days, I used to buy many favorite things of my wife Mira. When I reached home, I saw that my wife was with someone else on my bed, but she was happy. Yes, she was happy, but I was completely broken. That he did not use happiness did not pay. I could not tolerate my wife's cheating. And only then I decided that I will kill my wife. With this anger, when I came back to the police station, the Havildar had caught a man named Vishnu. He was accused of stealing food items from a shop because his son was hungry for 2 days. Then Vishnu looked like an opportunity, a chance to take revenge on his wife. I told him that I can save him from going to jail, and I will also give some money every month for the upkeep of his son. He just has to steal a house for me. Vishnu agreed to do my work, and the house I sent him to steal, it was not someone else's house but mine. And when he went to the house, there was the dead body of my wife, who was not killed by Vishnu but by me. That too with my own hands. And also her boyfriend, whose dead body I had already disposed. But before that Vishnu could understood something. I reached there and accused him of rape and murder of my wife and put him in jail. But I knew that if not today then tomorrow Vishnu will open his mouth. And now I didn't want to take any risk. So I gave Vishnu the key to the lockup, helped him to escape, and then seeing him alone, hit him hard on the head and made him unconscious. Then by burning him alive, I destroyed my last evidence as well. Maybe that's why I see only Vishnu suffering in every burning pyre. And every night my wife comes in my dreams wrapped in flames, tries to kill me. I'm tired of this suffocation now. I do not want it anymore. That's why I confess all my crimes today.
Dev said so much, and while sliding the paper towards the soul of Vishnu said,
I have written all my truth. Now, let me go.
Vishnu started smiling after listening to Dev. Seeing Vishnu smiling, Dev also understood that Vishnu would kill him.
Look, what will happen to your son if you kill me? I can give him a good life if I live.
Fearing, Dev said to the shadow of Vishnu. On this Vishnu spoke in a rote voice.
You will give a good life to my son. You? All good life is given to those who stay alive. My son had died 2 weeks after my death. A truck crushed him. His dead body was lying on the side of the road all night. No one was even able to shed a tear over his dead body.
Saying this, the shadow of Vishnu started crying. Then the very next moment he saw Dev in anger and becoming smoke passing through Dev's mouth. He entered inside Dev. Then Vishnu's shadow took out the gun from Dev's waist and placed it on his temple and smilingly said,
I will settle the rest in that other world.
After this, the trigger was pressed, and the next moment, the police station resounded with the sound of gunfire. In one stroke, Dev's blood was splattered on the ground. As soon as Dev died, everything in the police station became as before. All the guns went back to their places. The constables also came running after hearing the sound, but Dev was now dead. The next morning, Dev's suicide and his statement also went viral on all social media, became a bad newspaper headline. And within a few days, the case of the deaths in the city was handed over to the CBI.